Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Fresh Friday. I'm excited to be here with you in a brand new year. We are in 2021, and I'm really excited because New Year always means New Year's resolutions. And while I don't always keep those, I have really good intentions this year. And two of mine are to eat healthier, which we could all always do, and to support local even more than usual. So I'm really going to stick to my guns. I'm going to do my best with this. And if you would like to join me, in a couple hours, we are launching our local foods challenge. And this is just where we want to see people supporting local vendors, supporting their local farmers market, if that's still running, or just going out to the farm stores and getting something, making a recipe with it, and sharing it with us. And once a month, we are going to choose one winner to get a $25 voucher for a CSA of their choice. So if you've been on the fence about picking a CSA or anything like that, this can definitely help. $25 can go a long way. And it's just going to be really great because we have a little community here. Everyone's going to be sharing their recipes or pictures of their food, and I'll be joining in too. Unfortunately, I can't win it monthly, but I would love for you all to join in. So stay tuned for that. In a few hours, we'll have that posted on our Facebook and Instagram, and we will start immediately. So just get posting those pictures. But today, and for the next couple weeks, we are going to be posting some slightly healthier recipes. I don't think any of the ones that we've done have been very unhealthy, but we're going to be more health conscious the next couple weeks because most people, everyone has their New Year's resolutions. So for this week, we are going to be doing mushrooms. And I got these mushrooms from Mountain House Mushrooms in Irvine, Kentucky, and I actually got them at Mountain Adventures, which is a local store there. And I'm gonna show you this. This is a lion's mane mushroom, and they look so funny. They look like fluffy almost. They're very soft. They're honestly very cool. And what's really nice is Mountain House Mushrooms does a lot of specialty gourmet mushrooms. So you can probably find chicken of the woods, portobello, which isn't necessarily, crazy that you haven't heard of, but they have so many different ones that you can choose from, and they service areas like Berea Farmers Market. They have some of their products in stores in Moorhead, like I said, Irvine. So you can find them in the southeast area, and they're really nice. And the Mountain Adventures store that I went to had a lot of produce. They had a lot of local products as well. And if you want to hear more about both of those, you can check our post that happened at 11, an hour ago. So I'm really excited. We're going to be using this lion's mane mushroom we got for a delicious mushroom crab cake. So there's no crab in it. This is one of those where you can make it vegan if you'd like, but it's definitely vegetarian, and you won't even miss the crab. I'm going to tell you that right now. And then with some portobellos I got that aren't from Mountain House, we are going to be making a mushroom ragu pasta. This is really good. It's a light mushroom sauce, and it's truly delicious. So I can't wait to get into it, and let's get started.
To start, I chopped up 1/4 of a cup of an onion, and I chopped this a little bit more fine than usual just because I didn't want any big chunks of onion in our crab cake. So I'm going to put this in a bowl on the side. To the same bowl, I'm going to add in some finely minced parsley. So just take your parsley leaves, give them a nice little roll, give a cut through, and then just take your knife and mince through. To our bowl, we are going to add 1 egg, a tablespoon of mayo, a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, if you can get it out of the bottle, and we're also going to add in a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, a teaspoon of Cajun or Old Bay's, a pinch of salt, and some paprika for color, and give this a good mix before we add in any more of our ingredients. Once that starts to come together, you are going to take your lion's mane mushroom. First of all, make sure that you have cleaned it properly. You don't want to immerse it in water. You just want to use a damp paper towel or kitchen towel to wipe off the dirt. But we are going to pull this apart together into what resembles lump crab chunks. Now, because of the nature of this mushroom, it actually is going to look and feel exactly like crab, so it's not too difficult to do. I just pulled it apart in bite-sized chunks, and we will add that into our wet mixture here. Once you give that a good mix, we're going to add in our Panko breadcrumbs. Keep in mind to keep a little bit extra of those on the side. I didn't quite have enough mushrooms for this recipe, so my mixture is a little bit extra liquidy, so I added in extra breadcrumbs to soak up some of that liquid, and it worked out perfectly. Once you mix that together, we are going to take a baking sheet. I put down a parchment sheet as well, and I'm spraying this with nonstick spray. I'm going to form my mixture into actual crab cakes, and with this I got about 5 crab cakes, which was perfect, and bake those in the oven at 450 for about 20 minutes. You could also fry here if you'd like, but I was trying to be a little bit healthier and these still turned out pretty crispy, so I would recommend baking, but it is completely up to you. Once these come out, I just displayed them on a bed of mixed lettuce, and you could use a remoulade on top of these. That's a really easy recipe, or I just put a little bit of green goddess dressing on these after, and they were absolutely incredible. I did not miss the crab at all. I didn't tell my family when they tried it, and no one could tell that there was no crab in it. I cannot wait to make these in the future. These are great for appetizers. To get us started on the second recipe, we are going to take 2 shallots and cut the ends off and cut them in half. And then lengthwise, you are going to slice these as thinly as possible, just being careful the entire time. It will cook down even if you have some thick slices, so just be careful. And once we get those done, I'm going to put these in a bowl on the side, and we are going to slice our Portobello mushrooms as well. These are recommended about 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick, and just slice them across the cap. To a saucepan over medium-high heat, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil until it shimmers, and then we are going to add in our shallots, a big pinch of salt, and let those start to soften and cook down, but you don't want to see any color on them. Once they get a little bit softer, we will add in our Portobello mushrooms and let those soften as well. In the meantime, we are going to get our pasta ready. So I have a big pot of water on the stove that I will bring to a boil, add some salt to, cook my pasta, and if it finishes before the sauce, be sure to save about 1 cup of pasta water for the sauce. So while that cooks, we are going to get back to our sauce. I am going to add in some balsamic vinegar, and make sure to stir after this to get all of the brown bits at the bottom. This should lift those, and that will add a lot of flavor to the sauce. We are also going to add in a pat of butter, a sliced thin garlic clove, some fresh rosemary, and give it a good mix. We'll add salt and pepper, and then a little bit of chili pepper flakes. I like mine pretty spicy, so I add quite a bit, but that is up to you. We'll give that another good mix, add in tomato paste, and even if that doesn't combine fully, that is okay. We will add in our pasta, and that will melt it down a little bit, and then we will add in a ladleful of pasta water to thin out the sauce and make it coat the pasta. Once that sauce thickens up, this is ready to be plated, and I added a nice little bit of Parmesan and cracked pepper. I hope you guys give this a try, or the crab cakes a try, or even just explore different mushroom varieties at your local stores. These are really good in fiber, protein, and antioxidants, so you can kind of do a healthy pasta if you'd like, because you have mushrooms in them. I hope to see you guys join our local food challenge. More information about that will be coming later, but I can't wait to try the recipes you all try and just to see your pictures. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!